Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about a very important person, Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar. His name is very important in India's story. Born into a society divided by caste, he overcame many challenges to become a champion for equality and fairness. He was very smart, a great legal scholar, economist, and social reformer. He was dedicated to helping those who were treated unfairly. Dr. Ambedkar's work continues to inspire millions in India and around the world. He knew that true freedom meant more than just political independence. He saw the unfairness built into Indian society and worked his whole life to make things more fair for everyone. His biggest achievement, the Constitution of India, shows his vision. This important document established the principles of equality, liberty, and fraternity, the building blocks of a modern democratic India. But Dr. Ambedkar did even more than that. He fought for the rights of Dalits, believed in the power of education, and embraced Buddhism as a path to liberation. His work continues to be important in discussions about social justice and equality. Dr. Ambedkar's life shows us that even when things are hard, one person's dedication can make a big difference. Dr. Ambedkar led the team that wrote the Indian Constitution. This cemented his place in history. Creating a constitution for a brand new country was a huge job, and he took on the challenge with energy and vision. The Indian Constitution, adopted in 1950, shows Dr. Ambedkar's dream of a fair society where everyone belongs. It guarantees basic rights to everyone, no matter their caste, religion, or gender. This focus on equality was a big change from India's past and became the foundation of India's democracy. Dr. Ambedkar knew that political freedom wasn't enough. True equality needed not just laws but a change in how society thinks and works. The Constitution he helped create reflects this. It outlawed untouchability, promised equal opportunities for everyone, and made special provisions to help communities that had been treated unfairly in the past. The Indian Constitution is considered one of the most progressive in the world, and it honors Dr. Ambedkar's dedication to building a just and fair society. Dr. Ambedkar's commitment to social justice came from his own experiences with prejudice. Born into the Mahar caste, he faced discrimination from a young age. These experiences made him determined to end the caste system and fight for the rights of Dalits. Throughout his life, Dr. Ambedkar led many protests and movements demanding equal rights for Dalits. He challenged the powerful people who kept discrimination going and worked tirelessly to make sure Dalits had access to education, jobs, and political representation. He believed education was the key to freedom and empowerment. He started schools and encouraged more Dalits to get an education because he knew how much it could change their lives. Dr. Ambedkar also fought for women's rights, supporting their education, property rights, and equal status in society. His ideas about gender equality were very advanced for his time and are still relevant in India today. Dr. Ambedkar's life shows how powerful it can be when one person stands up against injustice and fights for the rights of others. Dr. Ambedkar's work continues to influence India's journey toward a more just and fair society. His life and work inspire millions who still fight for equality and dignity. His belief in the power of education is still very important. Many schools, colleges, and universities in India are named after him, which shows how much people believe in his ideas about the importance of knowledge. Dr. Ambedkar's conversion to Buddhism also had a big impact on India. In 1956, he and hundreds of thousands of his followers converted to Buddhism. This started a Dalit Buddhist movement that offered an alternative to the caste system of Hinduism. Dr. Ambedkar's influence goes beyond India. His ideas about social justice, equality, and human rights are important to oppressed communities around the world. He is remembered as a global hero for social justice, and his life and work inspire movements for equality and dignity everywhere. We must honor Dr. Ambedkar by following his values of equality, justice, and fraternity. His life reminds us that creating a fairer world takes constant effort, unwavering commitment, and the bravery to challenge things that are wrong.